Hi, this is Luke from catsandcarp.com. I got my boy Tom here. Hi! And we're going to show you how to spool up braid line and a shock leader. So when you're spooling up braid line, you need to put a monofilament backing on it. So first you put on some monofilament, then you put on the braid main line, and then you put on a shock leader. Now you only need a shock leader if you're doing extreme distance casting and the amount of lead you're using is too much for your main line. So for instance, I like to throw I want to throw 4 to 8 ounces of lead with this 15-foot surf rod here. I've got a 30-pound main line I want to use. So you need about 10 pounds of braid, or 10 pounds of line for each ounce of lead you want to throw. So I need about an 80-pound line. So obviously you can't throw 8 ounces of lead with 30-pound main line. So what you do is on the last 20-30 feet of the line you put on 80-pound braid. So it goes 30-pound monofilament, 30-pound mainline braid, 80-pound shock leader. So that's what we're going to do to spool it up. So first we've got some 30-pound monofilament. This is P-line. I tend to use just really cheap stuff for my backing. Hey, yeah. So anyway, just tie it on. Tie it on your monofilament, putting enough mono on that it digs into the spool and will keep the braid from spinning. So what I'll do is I'll just wind enough mono that the core of the spool is covered up. Once that's done, we've got to connect the braid to the mono. 2 stopper knots. So if you've ever tied a stopper knot for floats, you're tying 2 of those. It's basically you're using the mono to tie a stopper knot onto the braid, and using a braid to tie a stopper knot onto the mono. So I'm just pinching it between my fingers. And I'm doing that because if you pinch it so tightly that it burns your fingers or it cuts into your fingers, you're doing it too tightly. Okay? And you don't want to spool braid on too tightly because then what it is the braid will cut into itself. This I'm using the spider wire, the Ultracast 30-pound line. I love this stuff. I love spider wire braid. I rig almost all my carp gear, all my catfish gear, all my surf fishing gear with it. Really the only other lines I like to use is I'll use fluorocarbon lines occasionally if I want to have a sinking line, and I'll use a nanophile, Berkeley nanophile, or firewire for my ultralight gear and anything under 12 pounds. Alright, so now I'm going to attach the 80-pound shock leader to the 30-pound main line, and this is a braid on braid knot. I'm going to use the exact same knot that I used to attach the mono to the braid. You know you've wetted it good when you tighten it and all this kind of water gets squeezed out. Now doing a good knot on this is really important because this knot is going to go through your eyelets. So if it's a sloppy knot, it's going to catch on your eyelets and you can bend them or break them even. So now you got that 80-pound line on, and what you're going to do is you want just enough shock leader so that you can go from the reel to the tip, halfway down from the tip back to the reel, and an additional about 6-7 turns of the spool. It's essentially about twice the length of the rod. So that would be about 30 feet of line. There you go. That is about as full as you can get. The majority of the spool is just flush with the lip. It's not sticking out over the lip, it's flush with the lip. And about 20 feet of line will be pulled off when you're casting. So if you're a little over the lip, just a hair, like 20 feet over, it's not a big deal. So at any rate, just that's how you do it. Now I'm going to take the tag off my rod. There you go.
If you liked that video, check out some of our other videos, including how to make your own fishing bells for about 50 cents a piece, and the 6 best ways to keep chicken liver from falling off your hook. If you like this video, don't forget to hit subscribe. Thanks for watching.